Good afternoon and welcome back to Harry and David Field in Medford, everybody. Thanks for sticking through. If you're tuning in on the radio, for those of you tuning in to watch Game 2 of our day here on 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel, we appreciate you tuning in for the second game of our broadcast. Docs will be taking on the Springfield Timbers here in Game 2. Docs coming in with their 4-2 record after losing 6-3 against the Challengers in their first game of the day here today. Game 2, the Timbers come in, by all accounts, they've got a 2-2 record going into this matchup, the Springfield Timbers. Timbers are going to be a team that's got quite a bit of more mature, older talent on their roster. We'll see how the Docs handle that here this afternoon as we get into today's matchup. This is our abbreviated Mercy Centennial Medical Group pregame show. Centennial Medical Group includes a diverse group of highly skilled providers so that you can find the provider or specialist you need right here in your own community. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 2-minute break. When we come back, we hope to have a little bit more information about today's ball game. The coaches are going to be exchanging lineup cards at home plate here in just a moment, so we'll be starting to get ready for this one. Game 2 of our day just about to get underway for the Docs and the Timbers. Stay with us, folks. A quick 2-minute break. We'll come back with more Docs baseball for you here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
We continue play here from the Coach K Memorial Tournament in Medford, hosted by the Medford Rogues. Docs will be playing their third game of the tournament as they get ready to take on the Springfield Timbers here in our second game of the day for the Docs. We're here at beautiful Harry and David Field in Medford. Today's tournament, or this tournament, is brought to you by the Medford Rogues. They are hosting this tournament here. As we get ready for our second game of the day, we have reached the low 80s for our temperature, and we are working towards a high of 84 this afternoon. We may or may not get there, looking at what I'm reading on my phone at the moment. Actually, we are there, 84 right now here in Medford as we get ready. Much cooler than yesterday's 97 that we played through in yesterday's afternoon heat. Get some hazy clouds high overhead here this afternoon as we get ready for the second game of today's doubleheader. As we get ready to go, we continue on with the Mercy Centennial Medical Group pregame show. They have a diverse group of highly skilled providers so that you can provide, or that they can provide you with the provider or specialist that you need right here in your own community. with it being a doubleheader, we were a little limited on time to run around and get the things we were needing, and didn't get a lineup card from Coach Robbins as of yet, and didn't find out whether or not they'd be home or away. So we're kind of flying by the seat of our pants here, and that's what we get sometimes throughout these summer games. But no worries, we'll get it all figured out here for you. Let's take a look quickly. Actually, let's take one last break, and then we will come back. We'll get a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup, so we should know a lot more about today's matchup for you. So 2-minute break. Come back after this here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
And we get ready for the top of the first inning as we welcome you back here to Harry and David Field. Joey Kieran here with you, bringing you Docs Baseball, Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Docs will be the visiting team in this matchup here today. And the starting lineup brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. The lineup put together by head coach Jeremiah Robbins will feature Luke Van Norman in the leadoff position, playing at second base, followed by Jacob Luther at third. Doran Gillespie will start in right field, bat third, followed by Jonathan Stone, DHing, batting in the cleanup position. Hitting fifth and playing in center field is Jet Black. And at first base is Jay Stoffel, hitting in the sixth position. Batting seventh and playing at shortstop will be Drake Bourgeois. At the catcher position is Sam Guastafaro. He'll bat eighth, and rounding out the starting 9 will be Logan Klopfenstein starting in left field. On the mound for the Docs, getting DH4 will be Austin Anderson. On the other side for the Timbers, taking a quick look around the diamond. Quick look around the diamond brought to you by Colorcraft. You don't need to look far to spruce up your house this summer. Head to Colorcraft in Roseburg. They're a paint store, not a paint department. On the mound, pitching here in this one will be Bryce Betcher, the right-hander from South Eugene High School. Behind the plate is Hunter Brown. Out at first base, Tanner Cantwell. At second, Wyatt Sales. At third base is Cade Christ. At shortstop, Maddox Maloney. In the outfield from left to right, we'll get you after the first pitch of today's ball game. Luke Van Norman takes low for ball 1, and we are underway in today's Game 2 for the Docs. In the outfield from left to right, Caden Miller, Marcus Leiden, and then you've got Aiden Bray, your starters in the field defensively for the Springfield Timbers, led by head coach Danny Sales. That is your Colorcraft look around the diamond for Springfield. Docs up to bat, a 1-0 count for Luke Van Norman, who did not play in Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Luke stands back in, grounds one right side, takes a couple of bounds through the infield, picked up by the second baseman, but Sales cannot get it out of his glove in time. And that is a leadoff single for Luke Van Norman. Ranging a long way to get to that one was Wyatt Sales, but he just wasn't able to field it, get it out of the glove, and throw in time. And so an infield single just into the outfield grass there for Luke Van Norman. One on and nobody out, as stepping into the plate next will be Jacob Luther. Luther, in the first game of our day, was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. He gets underneath the first pitch, high in the air, out towards left field, going back, out towards the warning track, at the wall. That one hits the base of the wall. Extra bases for Luther. Into third goes Van Norman, and Jacob Luther with a blast out to the left field wall. He was all of maybe 5 feet short of clearing that fence. That one goes to the base of the wall. Maybe needed a little bit more than 5 feet, but that one a big blast out to left field for for Luther. Have not seen that out of him this season. And Jacob breaking out of a mini slump after going 0 for 3 in game one. A double for him after a single, a double for the Docs. They've got runners at second and third with nobody out here against Bryce Betcher in the top of the first inning. Up to bat, Doran Gillespie. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. Doran in game one went to the plate twice, struck out both times, so he's looking to break out of a funk. He gets underneath the pitch in the air. Foul territory, first base side. The first baseman, Tanner Cantwell, running out of room as he gets up against the fence. So Doran will have quickly an 0-2 count against him. Out of the windup. Out of the stretch for Bryce Betcher. The pitch just outside to Doran. That one didn't miss by much. A ball and 2 strikes with nobody out and runners at second and third. A prime opportunity for the Docs to get on the board first here tonight. That pitch high to Gillespie, and he's got himself a 2-2 count. Jonathan Stone, the DH, waiting on deck, and the center fielder, Jet Black, is in the hole for the Docs. Gold, yellow tops, white trousers, green and yellow caps for the Timbers. They look kind of like the Oakland Athletics with this color scheme. Betcher misses low and outside, and the count will go full against Doran Gillespie. At third base is Luke Van Norman after his leadoff single, and then the double by Jacob Luther. Gillespie fighting off a low fastball with the full count pitch, and he'll stay alive. Docs did not have an extra base hit in the opening game against the Challengers. Eugene had a lot of them. I want to say they had 4 or 5 doubles in that opening game. They were really belting the ball around the field but didn't capitalize on it. Docs here had a great moment to capitalize. The 3-2 again to Gillespie. He takes low for ball 4. And Doran will find his way on base, and the Docs with the bases juiced here to start out this game. And you want to talk about golden opportunities, this is one of them. Up to bat next will be Jonathan Stone, the DH today, batting for Austin Anderson. First pitch high and tight to Jonathan. Bryce Betcher on the mound from South Eugene High School. Would have been a senior this year. I believe, if I remember correctly, he has committed to go to the University of Oregon to play some baseball as he fires low to Stone for a 2-0 count. Betcher was a multiple sports star there for the Axe. Was a big-time star in football, quarterback. He's a good basketball player, and he's a great baseball player as well. Started ever since he was a freshman there at South Eugene High School. He has faced Jonathan Stone before when South Eugene and Roseburg play. He's got a 2-0 count against Stone, and he misses high for ball 3. And a walk here. It's going to bring in a run, and that gets a time called, prompted by the first baseman, Tanner Cantwell, as he takes a trip to the mound to have a quick conversation with Betcher. Gives us a moment to let you know today's game been brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. A 3-0 pitch coming for Stone with the bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the first. And that's ball 4. Did not get the 3-0 pitch to go across, and the Docs will take a 1-0 lead. RBI walk for Jonathan Stone. Back-to-back walks issued by Betcher. Luke Van Norman scores. Luther goes to third. Gillespie to second. Jonathan Stone out at first. Now Jet Black will bat after a visit to the mound for the coaching staff for this Timbers team. So not the start that they were hoping for out of Bryce Betcher here. Wind picking up again from left field for those that might have tuned in for the first game of the day. It was definitely windy, blowing in from left field. We continue to see the breeze going. Betcher will fire in a strike on the first pitch here to Jet Black. It looked like he knew that Jet was not going to be swinging and just pumped that one in there for a strike. Didn't seem like he was too worried about the batter hitting it. He just wanted to get one across the plate. He'll try it again here. Jet lifts this one in the air out towards left field. Well struck. Going back, the left fielder makes the catch at the warning track. Tagging and scoring will be Luther. Everybody else moving up 90 feet as well. And the Docs are on top 2-0 on a sac fly by Jet Black. Sac fly does the job, but he got a lot of that one. If it hadn't been for the wind, who knows? That ball out to the warning track, not quite enough to get over the head of the left fielder, Caden Miller. One away. Runners still in scoring position at second and third, and up to bat with a first pitch strike against Jace Stoffel. Another guy that has faced Bryce Betcher, I'm sure, plenty of times throughout his career. Jace there at Roseburg High School. Same graduating class as Betcher from South Eugene. Jace fouls one back into the netting for strike 2. So that was Jacob Luther scoring on the sac fly by Jet Black. Gillespie goes to third. Jonathan Stone to second. 2-0 the lead for the Docs. I'd love to see some big offensive numbers for him here in this one. I got a feeling this Timbers team can hit pretty well. The 0-2 for Stoffel is low. A ball and 2 strikes, so you're going to want to try and take advantage of as many runs as you can get. Another sac fly would definitely give you an opportunity to try and bring in another run. Stoffel at the plate. A 1-2 pitch from Betcher with first base open. Hits it right side. It gets through. That'll score 1. Stone out in third. They're going to send him around as the ball mishandled in right field. Stone heading to the plate. The throw all the way will not be in time. It'll be a single and an RBI for Stoffel, and then a run coming in on the error by the right fielder, Aiden Bray. Stoffel does not go past first, but 2 runs come in. Doc's now leading 4-0 on top of the Springfield Timbers. Well, it seems like whatever might have been said in the postgame of Game 1 for the day for the Docs has taken effect. Docs taking advantage here early on, getting the bats going. First pitch to Drake Bourgeois, breaking ball in the outside corner, called for a strike. Bourgeois this season, he is hitting for the first time, I believe. Yeah, first time at the plate for him. He has pitched in 2 games, but his first time playing in the field as he bats and sends this one in the air. First base side, and that is off the foul pole, off of a pop-up tent, and then trickles down to the fence line over there. That'll be strike 2 against Bourgeois. I'm surprised to see him at shortstop. Drake is, last season, shifted to the outfield. He played on the infield during his high school seasons with the Riddle Irish, but he had moved to the outfield with the Docs, so I'm surprised to see him playing on the infield in this one today. He check swings and fouls it off to stay alive with the 0-2 count. Docs leading 4-0 here in the top of the first inning against Bryce Betcher. The 0-2 pitch to Bourgeois goes to third. It's picked up there. Go to second for one. Relay to first. Got him. Double play. 5-4-3 to finish things off here. Tight, close one at first, but just ahead of Bourgeois for the out. We'll wrap things up. Docs, though, take the early lead, 4-0 on top of the Timbers. 4 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 Springfield error, and nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the first. Docs leading 4-0 here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Going to the bottom of the first inning, it'll be Austin Anderson on the mound to face the Springfield Timbers. Let's take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Timbers. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. With great low rates, give them a call at 673-0363. Bryce Betcher leads things off, the pitcher, followed by Marcus Lyden, the center fielder. Tanner Cantwell, the first baseman, will bat third. Hitting cleanup is Caden Miller, the left fielder. Cade Christ at third base will bat fifth. And the 6th hole is Hunter Brown, the catcher. Then Aiden Bray in right field batting 7th. 8-hitter is Wyatt Sales, the second baseman. And Maddox Maloney, the shortstop, will bat 9th. They'll face Austin Anderson, the right-hander from Roseburg High School, who misses low and outside for ball 1 against Bryce Betcher, the pitcher for Springfield. Doc scored 4 runs in the top of the first inning, out to an early big lead against this Timber squad. Anderson missing low and outside again. It'll go to a 2-0 count here against Betcher. This Springfield team, looking at this lineup, there are a lot of hitters. This is a good team. And so going to be a dangerous one. Doc's good that they were able to get a good early lead against this Timbers team. We'll see if they can keep them off the board. What kind of day Austin Anderson's got in store. He's got a 2-1 count after a called strike 1 to Betcher. The 2-1 delivery here for Anderson out of the windup. Strike taken again by Betcher, and it's a 2-2 count. Take a look around the diamond defensively for the Docs here in this bottom of the first inning. 2-2 count, wind blowing around here this afternoon. A low for ball 3 as Guastafaro tried to knock it down, got through right at the feet. Leadoff man up to bat for the Timbers in the bottom of the first. Bryce Betcher with the full count coming here from Anderson. That ball out to right field. Going back, Gillespie got a run. It's over his head all the way to the fence. Betcher around second. He's heading in, standing up, and that is a leadoff double for Bryce Betcher to right field. That one just over the top of Doran Gillespie out there in right. He couldn't get back fast enough. One hops to the fence, and Betcher, who is a great hitter, will help himself out there after giving up the 4 runs in the top of the first. So one man on with nobody out as Marcus Leiden will bat. The center fielder takes the start for ball one. A 1-0 from Anderson. In for a strike on the inside corner. Evens things up. Anderson, he's got that three-quarter delivery, kind of sidearms it in as he gets a foul ball out of line and Leiden for strike two. Goes to a 1-2 count. Looking around the diamond, Sam Guastafaro is back behind the plate. Catching here in game 2 of the day, giving Spencer Six a day off, or at least a game off. The 1-2, off speed, fouled away by Leiden. Elsewhere around the diamond, defensively for the Docs, Jay Stoffel at first, Lou Van Norman at second. At third base, Jacob Luther. At short, Drake Bourgeois. In the outfield from left to right, Logan Klopfenstein, Jet Black, and Doran Gillespie. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Colorcraft. You don't have to look far to spruce up your house this summer. They've got everything you need. Head to Colorcraft in Roseburg. They're a paint store, not a paint department. A close one for ball two. Almost got strike three against Leiden there. He steps back in with the 2-2 pitch coming. Lines this one to right field. Busy work out there for Gillespie today. That ball, fair ball in the corner. A run's going to come in to score, and that goes out of play. Doran threw up his hands, and they will now stop him at second base. So Marcus Leiden will get a ground rule double. Going opposite field here twice to lead things off for the Timbers. Bryce Betcher will score on the double by Leiden into the corner, just sneaking it in there down that line at 325. And then it rolled into the bullpen out there for the Timbers. So back-to-back doubles here in the first. 4-1 now your score. Still nobody out as Tanner Cantwell will bat, the left-handed first baseman. First pitch swinging, he fouls it off for strike one. Waiting on deck will be Caden Miller. Cade Christ behind him. The 0-1 pitch from Anderson misses low and inside, a 1-1 count. This is definitely a who's who on this Springfield team. A lot of names I recall through the years and a lot of big-time players. The pitch misses high for Anderson. Anderson, a 2-1 pitch coming up. Misses high and inside. The count goes to 3-1. Three balls, one strike. Runner going to third. Throw to the wrong side of the bag for Guastafaro. Having to sweep the tag back across. Luther just behind. And it is a walk issue to Tanner Cantwell as well. And so he gets the first, a stolen base for Marcus Leiden. Runners on the corners with nobody out. First pitch into the cleanup hitter, Caden Miller, misses for ball one. Pitch low again for Anderson, and now it's a 2-0 count. He has been dancing around the strike zone, not wanting to put too much right in the heart of the strike zone against this dangerous lineup for the Timbers. A pitch low and outside for a 3-0 count. Three balls, no strikes here to Miller. A walk would load the bases. Anderson will fire in a strike right over the plate. No DH in this lineup for Springfield. Every position player will bat. The 3-1. Miller grounds it to short. It's bobbled by Bourgeois. He'll make a throw to first. It will not be in time. A run will come in to score. Would have been a chance at a possible double play, but Bourgeois, he got in front of that one, just went off his glove. May have been thinking double play before and got a little ahead of himself. So an error by the Docs. Do not help themselves out there. And second run comes in for Springfield. They trail 4-2 now. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. First pitch to Cade Christ out of Thurston High School. Takes low and outside from Anderson. Outside from Anderson to go to 2-0. So Doc's got that 4-0 lead. They're hoping not to give it all back here, but this has not been the start that Austin was hoping for. Back-to-back doubles to start off the inning for the Timbers. A walk and now an error by the Docs defense. And they find themselves leading by just 4-2. And now on the verge of possibly walking Cade Christ, a 3-0 pitch coming. It is ball 4. 4-pitch walk issued there. Bases are loaded with nobody out. Tanner Cantwell goes to third. Caden Miller goes to second. Cade Christ now on at first. And a visit out to the mound for pitching coach Brett Prock here in the first inning. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. Pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today. And by Abby's Legendary Pizza. Meeting out there on the mound. Got to get Anderson to at least try to get attack the strike zone. He's not getting these guys to chase outside the zone at the moment. Prock back to the dugout after the quick visit there. Docs will take on the Grants Pass Nuggets tomorrow at 4 o'clock here at Harry and David Field to wrap up their time in the Coach K Memorial Tournament. First pitch now to the 6-hitter. Hunter Brown is taken for strike 1. Brown starting at the catcher position. Right-handed batter hitting with the bases loaded and nobody out. Pitch in the dirt gives him a 1-1 count. That's the dangerous thing here. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first with the bases loaded. The 1-1. Low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Hunter Brown, I believe, from South Eugene High School as well. The 2-1 delivery for Anderson. Line drive, right field, gets in, base knock. 1 run will come in. Will they send a second? No, they will just go 90 feet there. 4-3 our score now. Bases still loaded with nobody out after an RBI single for Hunter Brown. Scoring was Tanner Cantwell. Caden Miller up to third, and Cade Christ goes to second. Still nobody out. Aiden Bray will bat. The 7-hitter takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Bases loaded. Bottom of the first. Springfield is trailing by 1 now. Both teams with an error. Get a courtesy runner for the catcher. And for the Timbers, take a look-see here. Strike taken. A 1-1 count for Aiden Bray. A.J. Sargent running out at first. The 1-1 ground ball, third base side, picked up, no, out of the glove for Luther. No play to be made. Everybody's safe on another error by the Docs. Got caught on the in-between hop there for Jacob Luther, and he tried to short hop it. I thought he was going to get it, but flinched a little bit at the last minute, and it goes in and out of his glove. He shakes off his glove hand a little bit there, as if that one caught him in a little funny position. Another run in, and we are tied at 4-all. Mentioned that this Springfield lineup was dangerous, and that is exactly the case. 4-4 our score, bottom of the first. Still nobody out. The 8-hitter Wyatt Sales stands in. Anderson misses low and inside to Sales. Well, the defense definitely not doing Austin Anderson any favors so far here in the first. That ball fouled down the right field side to even up the count at 1-1. Sales digs back in. Starting second baseman. Ground ball to short. Could be a chance for two. They get it to Van Norman for one. Bourgeois, Van Norman to Stoffel. There is 2 outs. A run will come in as Springfield will take a 5-4 lead on the run by Cade Christ. Up to third base goes Hunter Brown, but cut down at second base was Aiden Bray for the first out. And Sales grounding into the 6-4-3 double play for the second out. So man at third with 2 down now. Springfield taking a 1-run lead, and the 9-hitter, Maddox Maloney, stands in and swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1 swing and a miss for strike 2. Austin looking to wrap this one up here if he can. Strike 3 called. He gets him. Anderson will face 9 batters in the first inning, but he finishes it out with an MSK True Value and Building Supplies strikeout. Docs give up 5 in the bottom of the first. A big first inning, 9 runs total scored. Docs trail 5-4 as we go to the second inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Go to the bottom or top of the second inning. Docs coming up to bat as the designated visiting team after losing the coin flip. They trail 5-4. Let's see if the Docs can get back into that offensive groove after giving up 5 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors there in the bottom of the first to the Springfield Timbers. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Cruz Farms Market, now open for the season. Don't forget the pie. Sam Guastafaro, Logan Klopfenstein, and Luke Van Norman, the 3 hitters due up here against Bryce Betcher to start the second inning. Guastafaro will take high and inside for ball 1 as we are underway here in the second. Sam Guastafaro from Umpqua Valley Christian School. Be a senior this next year. The 1-0, they go back to that inside edge again, and it's high for a 2-0 count. The Docs in the first had 3 hits. Same for the Timbers as well. Underneath one here, Guastafaro pulls this one high in the air to left field, going back. Now having to come back in on it. Caden Miller misplays it. It gets away from him, and into second base goes Sam Guastafaro. That wind, I think, out there really playing some havoc on the outfield. And that'll be a base knockout there for Sam Guastafaro. Caden Miller was going back thinking that ball would carry a little bit. Then he had to try and come in. He ended up on the turf laying out a bit as he tried to get back to that baseball, but could not in time. So Guastafaro gets a leadoff double. Logan Klopfenstein, the 9-hitter, will bat with nobody out. First pitch, low for ball 1. Both pitchers trying to find that strike zone. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a foul tip back to the backstop for Klopfenstein there. We've got a courtesy runner out at second base. I believe it's Evan Bueckley. The 1-1 count for Betcher. Middle infielders holding the runner on. They will retreat. Strike on the outside against Klopfenstein. And he finds himself down to a 1-2 count. Top of the second. Doc's needing a run to tie this one back up. Bryce Betcher ready for the 1-2 pitch of the 9-hitter. Chopped it third base side, picked up. They've got the runner off the bag. Bueckley in a rundown. Going to try and head for third. He is easily tagged out. Going to second, though, in safely goes Klopfenstein. Smart base running there. He gets on with a fielder's choice and will trade places with Evan Bueckley, who will have a learning moment with Coach Tim Sester at third base. So fielder's choice for Klopfenstein. At third base, Cade Christ made the right play of looking back the runner and caught him well off the bag. So one down, still man out at second base for the Docs. Top of the lineup here, Luke Van Norman will bat. He'll take a fastball low for ball 1. So what was that there? That was a 5-4, probably 1, I think. 5-4-1 put out at third base. The 1-0 for Van Norman is in for a strike. I believe that was the pitcher covering third base to eventually apply the tag against Evan Bueckley, who had been running. 1-1 here for Van Norman. He is 1 for 1 in the game with a single to lead off the game. He'll go left side this time. It goes under the glove of the third baseman, stopped by the shortstop. Maloney gets in front of that one. Dives to keep it on the infield, which might have saved a run if that gets in the outfield. They do a long run for Caden Miller in left. Maybe Logan Klopfenstein is sent around third. Instead, it'll be an infield single for Luke Van Norman, his second one. Last time he went right side, pole hitter for the lefty. This time, he goes left side and is able to get himself on. Runners on the corners with one away. Doc's trailing by a run. Jacob Luther will try and bring one in. He hit a double to left field corner his first time up. He goes right side this time. That ball in the air will carry enough out to right field. Tagging and heading for the plate goes Klopfenstein. That ball is offline. Cut off on the infield. A sac fly for Jacob Luther, and we are tied. 2 away, 5-5 our score. Staying at first was Van Norman. Scoring was Logan Klopfenstein. And up next, Doran Gillespie will try to keep the inning going with 2 away. First pitch, swing and a miss on the inside corner. Doran walking in the first inning. Up for a second time in as many innings. The 0-1 delivery here from Betcher. Swung on the off-speed breaking ball. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Gillespie. Bryce Betcher needing one more strike to get out of things here in the top of the second. He has given up the lead again. It is a tie ball game at 5-all. The 0-2 breaking ball in the dirt. Can't get him to chase. Gillespie will have another look. A ball and 2 strikes to Doran Gillespie, the 3-hitter in the lineup. 2 away. Running at first goes Van Norman. A throw down to second base. Will get into center field. Van Norman will hold at second. Got up quickly, thought about trying to go. Decides better of it and stays at the bag. A 2-2 count for Gillespie at the plate. The go-ahead runner now in scoring position after Luke Van Norman steals second. Base knock could put the Docs in front. Betcher pauses, kicks, and fires to the plate. That ball fouled away by Gillespie. And we'll stay at a 2-2 count. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Betcher trying to wrap it up. Looks in for the signal from Hunter Brown. The 2-2 pitch. Gillespie lifts this one up into the afternoon sun, out to center field. And a long way to go, but underneath it for the catch. Marcus Leiden will put away the Docs in the top of the second. But that does not come soon enough. As the Docs get one back, they tie it up. 5-all as we go to the bottom of the second. Docs and Timbers squaring off today here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
Back here for the bottom of the second inning. Docs tie this one up 5-all as Austin Anderson will go back out there to throw again. Docs will face the lineup again. They start off once again with the leadoff man, Bryce Betcher, as they batted all 9 hitters in the bottom of the first for the Timbers. This team used to be the Willamette Valley Titans. They went back to a historic name by what I read on their Facebook page. Springfield Timbers. So going back in some of their history for the Springfield team. But they were previously the Willamette Valley Titans. So if I call them the Titans a couple of times, I do apologize. Bryce Betcher swings through for strike 2. He's got himself an 0-2 count. Betcher had a double to right field in the first inning. And he did so with 2 strikes against him. I remember that. With 2 strikes here, he fouls it off and stays alive. Docs Baseball brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Docs will have one more game coming up here in Medford tomorrow at 4 o'clock, and then they'll get ready for their home tournament over the 4th of July coming up starting on Thursday next week. Pitch in the dirt from Anderson, and Betcher takes for a 1-2 count. Betcher giving up the lead for a second time. Giving up 4 runs in the first and now a run in the 5th to tie this one up again. He swings and misses. A big strikeout for Austin Anderson. His second straight strikeout. Gets the first out here in the second inning. MSK True Value and Building Supply is our strikeout sponsor. You won't strike out when looking for the tools and materials needed for your next project. MSK True Value and Building Supply, located in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. 1 away, nobody on. Marcus Leiden will bat. That one to center field. Coming in, Jet Black on the run. He was Watching that one the entire time. He was coming straight in as that ball went straight out, and you could see him start picking up his speed, realizing he needed to get some afterburners to get to it, but he does quickly, and you've got 2 down. Quick inning working at the moment for Austin Anderson. He'll try to keep that momentum going. First pitch of the at-bat to Tanner Cantwell. That is fouled off for strike 1. Cantwell walked in the first inning, eventually came around to score. 0-1 pitch to him. Swings, and that ball fouled third base side and out of play for strike 2. Austin Anderson attacking the strike zone a little bit more ferociously here in the second frame. The 0-2 pitch from Austin. Who wanted strike 3, did not get it. And it'll go to a 1-2 count. Some of the fans here in attendance for the Roseburg team not happy with the no call there. The 1-2, high and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tanner Cantwell, left-handed hitting first baseman. 2-2 pitch is upstairs for a full count. Full count pitch here with 2 away and nobody on base. Anderson delivers high and away, and he will walk the 3-hitter for a second straight inning. So Cantwell on base with 2 outs. Anderson will have to face at least one more guy. The next guy will be Caden Miller. Miller looking to make up for a misplay in left field in the defensive half of the second inning. He takes a strike on the first pitch from Anderson. Miller had drifted back a little too far and tried to come back in at the last second, but couldn't get back to the baseball in time. On a ball hit to left field. Takes strike 2 at the knees on the inside corner. That was on a ball hit by Sam Guastafaro there in that top half of the second inning. We're in the bottom half of the inning. 5-5 our score. Austin Anderson with 2 strikes and 2 outs here against Caden Miller. Ground ball, third base side, a dribbler there, but it is a foul ball off the front foot for Caden Miller. He never even started running to first, just started hopping around immediately, and the umpire will give him a moment. Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair, proud sponsor of Doc's Baseball. Are you ready to go where life takes you? That's Chuck Swarm and Auto Repair. They're going to check on Caden Miller here as he continues to walk this one off. Coach Sales come out to have a quick word with him. Those Springfield jerseys, that gold and yellow color. Timbers across the chest in a slight arc. Numbers on the back in green. I mean, they got a Oakland Athletics look to them. Anderson with the 0-2 pitch here to Miller, and that one fouled away. Miller will stay alive. At first base, Tanner Cantwell. Doc's in their blue tops again for a second consecutive game. Same uniform combination. Miller goes low, lofts one out to center field. Jet Black at the last minute will come in a few more steps and makes the catch for the final out. Well, a walk mixed in there, but 4 up, 4 down, or 4 up, 3 down for the Docs in the bottom of the second. They are back in this one, tied at 5 as we go to the third inning. Docs baseball coming at you this afternoon here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Top of the third inning, Docs Baseball brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. First pitch here of the third inning, Bryce Betcher out there wheeling and dealing. He gets into the third, a game tied at 5-5. Jonathan Stone swinging and missing at the first option from Betcher. Stone walked in the first inning. He gets underneath one here, golfs that high in the air out towards right center. This one into the alley, a long run, right fielder diving for it, the center fielder diving. Neither one comes up for it. That ball falls in right in the alley. You had both Marcus Leiden and Aiden Bray both coming in on that one. I believe it was Aiden Bray that had the best look at it, and he goes down first. Behind him, Marcus Leiden backing him up, and neither one able to bring that ball in. So you've got a double to lead things off for Jonathan Stone here in the third inning. And the Docs really have found the offense again after a bit of a sluggish one in the opener against the Challengers. At the plate, Jet Black will take a pitch in the dirt. Man out at second base. Nobody out here in the top of the third. Jet had a sac fly to left field in the first inning as he drove in a run. Takes a strike for a 1-1 count. That was the second run of the first inning for the Docs on that sac fly by Jet. A 1-1 pitch. Jet fouls that one up and over the netting back behind home. I'm finding out from a friend of American Legion Baseball down in Gratz Pass, Jay Reese, that the Springfield Timbers used to be the old semi-pro team back in the 50s and 60s. The 1-2, breaking ball in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2 for Jet. Jay also pointing out that this uniform combination by the Timbers here today, very similar to what the Ducks used to wear there in Eugene back in the 70s. 2-2. Jet fights off the outside pitch to stay alive with that 2-2 count. Always love hearing from folks as they tune into the broadcast. Two balls, two strikes here for Jet. Chops at a high pitch. It's the line drive right to third. Picked up just above the dirt by Cade Christ. Didn't really have the feet going. They were pretty much stuck in cement, but he bends at the waist, able to snag that out of the air, rob away a hit from Jet. And that'll be the first out here in the top of the third. One down. Staying at second base with Jonathan Stone. Read that one quickly and didn't get too far off the bag, able to get back comfortably. First pitch misses here for Jace Stoffel. One out, one on. Jace had an RBI single to right field back in the first inning. A pitch from Betcher. He goes right side again. That one dives right in front of Aiden Bray. Bray will send it back in to the infield, out to the mound for Tanner Cantwell. Cuts it off there. Stone only gets to third on the single, but 2 for 2 in this one now for Jay Stoffel. On at first. Up to third goes Stone. Still just one away as Drake Bourgeois will bat. Grounded into an inning-ending double play back in the first. 5-5 our score here in the top of the third from the Coach K Memorial Tournament in Medford at Harry and David Field. Strong breeze blowing around, blowing out of the corner in left field, out towards the right field corner at the moment. Betcher missing high for ball one to Drake Bourgeois. Docs with a runner in scoring position and one away. Do have some action in the bullpen. I don't think anybody's throwing just yet, but some action and some movement down there in the corner. A 1-0 count. Pickoff move to first. Back in. Only a couple of steps away from the bag was Jay Stoffel. Betcher facing Drake Bourgeois here. A 1-0 count. Squaring to bunt, takes it back on the inside corner, going to 2-0 in the at-bat. Jonathan Stone, I know people see him, and he's 6'7". His pants don't seem to fit. I don't know if that's because he's so big or if he maybe his socks aren't long enough to cover the high knee look. But he's a big guy, but he covers ground quickly. He's deceptively fast as Bourgeois hits one towards third. Stone's going to break for the plate late. He'll score as the throw gets away at second base. Up to third will go Stoffel. They'll hold him there. And a run in to give the Docs a 6-5 lead. Bourgeois will pick up the RBI. He reaches on a fielder's choice. Stoffel in safely to second, and then advances to third on the throwing error from the shortstop Maddox Maloney. And that'll put runners on the corners yet again for the Docs with just one away. They take a 6-5 lead. And coming up to hit will be Sam Guastafaro, who had the double to left field in the second. First pitch low for ball one to Guastafaro. So Bryce Betcher struggling through this contest. He has given up the lead once again. Started out giving up 4 runs in the first to give the Docs a lead. He gave up a 5-4 lead with a run in the second. Docs scoring one more here. Now lead 6-5. Runner going from first. No throw to try and get Drake Bourgeois, and he'll get in safely to second base. So runners at second and third, one away. 2-0 the count at the plate for Guastafaro. Wind really picking up, blowing back towards home again from left field. Swing and a miss. Guastafaro goes down with the 2-1 count now. Well, there's some guys milling about down there, but I don't see anybody actually. Oh, there we go. There is somebody throwing now down there in the bullpen for the Timbers. The 2-1 delivery to Guastafaro. Breaking ball hits the outside corner. Guastafaro finds himself now in a 2-2 count. 2 in scoring position. A sac fly would do the trick to add another run for the Docs. Guastafaro lines one foul down that third base side. Getting out of the way was Jay Stoffel, just able to maneuver his way out of the line of danger on that one. Stays a 2-2 count as Guastafaro stays alive. Top of the third. Roseburg in front, 6-5 over Springfield. Stoffel takes the lead at third. Bourgeois at second. Line drive, gets by at third. Stoffel was heading back to the bag. He breaks for a home. He's good, and a ground rule double as that one gets under the fence. That'll score 2 for Sam Guastafaro as he gets his second double of the game. Two runs in on that double. Scoring from third was Jay Stoffel. Scoring from second was Drake Bourgeois. Guastafaro, that line drive down the third base line. He's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. What a day for the young catcher. And the Docs add 2. They're on top with their biggest lead, well, second biggest lead of the game, on top 8-5. They led 4-0 after the top of the first inning. Out to the mound will come the pitching coach, and we have got a call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction. The day is done for Bryce Betcher. He has been touched up. He's given up 8 runs through 2 1/3 inning. And we'll come back after this quick break. 60-second break. Docs baseball leading 8-5 here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Back here at Harry and David Field, where the Docs lead 8-5. New man on the mound, Bryce Betcher, going to his normal spot on the infield. Will go to shortstop. Maddox Maloney comes out, and in for the Timbers is going to be a new man on the mound. And that is going to be Robertson, who will take over on the mound. We've got some issues with our radio broadcast here, trying to diagnose real quick. I'm going to try and do that here momentarily. So we'll get back on the radio side here, hopefully. But Robertson will take over on the mound for Bryce Betcher. And the new righty will face off against Logan Klopfenstein. So we are back here in the top of the third inning, and we will join back on the radio side here as soon as possible. Just give me the heads up, guys, back in the studio there. Back here on the video stream after the call to the pen brought to you by Shelby Migulena Construction. So we welcome everybody back here on the radio side. Sorry about that. Lost our connection there momentarily. Docs lead 8-5 here in the top of the third inning. At the plate is Logan Klopfenstein with a 2-1 count against the new man on the mound, the righty Robertson. Bryce Betcher goes to short and comes out after 2 1/3 innings of work. Klopfenstein lifts one out to left field. And coming in to make the catch will be Caden Miller. Staying at second base will be Sam Guastafaro. And that'll be the second out here in the top of the third. So Bryce Betcher done 2 1/3 innings. He gave up a total of 8 hits in the ball game. Right now would be credited with 8 runs. And not the sharpest day for Betcher out there on the mound. Doc's trying to make him pay for it. 2 down and top of the lineup here. Luke Van Norman will bat. He is 2 for 2 in the game. That pitching change is brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. Over 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. So 2 down with a man out at second. At the plate, Luke Van Norman with a 2-0 count after going single, going right and left field. Actually, both of those hits staying on the infield so far. The 2-0 pitch from Robertson, low and inside for a 3-0 count. Two walks issued by Betcher, and he did not record a strikeout on the mound. 3-0 pitch here. Robertson missing inside for ball 4. And runners at first and second after the walk. So that'll be the third walk of the day for the Docs hitters. Betcher had 2 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and again has given up 8 runs as of right now. But out at second base, Sam Guastafaro would go to Betcher's total if he comes around to score. Walk to Van Norman puts him on base for a third time. Coming up to hit Jacob Luther. He is 1 for 1 with a double and a sac fly, has an RBI and a run scored. Luther bats with 2 outs and 2 on. Takes high for ball 2. A 2-0 count as Robertson takes a moment off the mound. 2-0 delivery. Misses low, and he is struggling with the strike zone. Big right-hander. Robertson takes a moment to walk around the mound, finds the bump. He will fire the 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, and he has walked back-to-back batters on 4 straight pitches, and the bases are loaded with 2 away. Guastafaro goes to third. Actually, I believe that's probably a courtesy runner for the catcher, now that I think about it. That is, once again, Evan Bueckley. Quick visit out to the mound for the catcher, Hunter Brown. So Bueckley is at third, running for Sam Guastafaro. Out at second, Luke Van Norman. Jacob Luther on at first, and it's Doran Gillespie, the 3-hitter, coming up to bat. 9th hitter to come to the plate here in the top of the 3rd for the Docs. Gillespie watches a pitch just above the strike zone for a 1-0 count. That did not look like that bad of a pitch. The 1-0 from Robertson. About in the same spot, called for a strike. A ball and a strike against Gillespie, who is 0 for 1 in this game. He walked in the first, flew out to center in the second. Up for a 3rd time in as many innings. And he takes high for a 2-1 count. Some more action in the bullpen going for the Timbers here. At least somebody out there getting a little stretched out and loose. 2 balls and a strike for Gillespie. Strike on the inside corner right above the knees. Good pitch selection there. Good placement for Robertson. Two balls, 2 strikes. Wind picking up big time. Blowing in. Keeping balls in the yard, I'm sure. 2-2 is low for a full count. 2 outs. Full count at the plate for Gillespie. Bases are loaded, so expect the runners to be moving. Bueckley at 3rd. Van Norman at 2nd. Luther at 3rd. Runners take off. Ground ball to 3rd base. Picked up there by Chris. Throws an easy toss across the field for the out. That'll wrap things up. Docs send 9 to the plate here in the 3rd. They get 3 more runs, lead 8-5 as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. This is Docs Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Back for the bottom of the 3rd inning, Austin Anderson with a lead back in his possession. On top, 8-5 are the Roseburg Docs over the Springfield Timbers. Docs Baseball today brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Docs have scored in every inning so far, 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 in the 3rd. At the plate, a big cut out of Cade Christ, the 3rd baseman. Swings and misses for strike 1. As we are here in the 3rd inning. Springfield with 5 runs on 3 hits. They have committed 2 errors. Docs with 8 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors for them as well. 1-1 count for Christ at the plate. Anderson high for a 2-1 count. Christ walked back in the 1st inning, eventually came around to score. Anderson had a pretty good 2nd inning. Got the first 2 outs, walked a man, but then wrapped it up with the 3rd out and made it a quick one there in the bottom of the 2nd. Looking to try and do so again here in the bottom of the 3rd. Miss, though, inside to Cade Christ. It's 3 balls and a strike now against the 5-hitter, and he'll take a walk on 5 pitches. The leadoff man gets on base. 2nd time that Cade Christ has walked here today. That'll bring up Hunter Brown, the catcher. The new pitcher came into the game for Maddox Maloney, so he'll hit in the 9 position. First pitch, a breaking ball strike against Brown, who had a single to right field. Drove in a run back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch from Anderson. Ground ball, third base side. Gets by Luther into left field. Klopfenstein will get it and fires it back in. Runner moving up only 90 feet. That's Cade Christ to second. Hunter Brown on at first with his second single of the game. And they will get the courtesy runner back out there. A.J. Sargent, I believe that is. It'll run over at first base for the catcher. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Aiden Bray will bat. Reached on an error in the first. First pitch here. Hits toward third, goes right through the wickets for Jacob Luther into left field. That'll score one. They may score two. Long run for Klopfenstein. 2 runs will come in on the error at third. And just like that, it's a 1-run ball game yet again. 2-bag error by Jacob Luther. Right through the legs. Scoring was Cade Christ and A.J. Sargent. The courtesy runner for Hunter Brown, scoring all the way from first on that one. So Bray gets into second. Nobody out, 8-7 your score. Springfield fighting their way back into this one. We may get a lot of runs here. Ground ball to second base. Van Norman picks it up. It throws to Stoffel for the out. So the Docs will get one there. Up to third, though, goes Bray. 1 away. The 9-hitter. It's going to be Robertson. The new pitcher. Takes over for Maddox Maloney, who struck out looking. Robertson, a right-handed pitcher, if I remember correctly, but he's a left-handed batter. Took the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. Infield will play in, hoping to cut the run off at home. Line drive shot, though, that's going to take that away out to right field. And it's an RBI single for Robertson in his first at-bat. He drives in Bray, and we are tied once again. 8-all. What a game. Back to the top of the lineup with 1 out, a man out at first. Neither team wants to hold on to the lead here. Nearing an hour and a half into our broadcast, or an hour and a half into our contest here. Thereabouts. First pitch in the dirt for Bryce Betcher, who's now gone to shortstop. There's a 2.5-hour time limit to the game or a 9-inning contest here. No new innings started after 2.5 hours. Betcher takes low for a 2-0 count. Bryce Betcher 1 for 2 in the game, a double and a strikeout. He's ahead in this at-bat. 2 balls, no strikes. Taking his time getting back into the box. Anderson set, ready to go. Line drive to left field. A base knock again for Betcher. Klopfenstein up with it. Gets it back in quickly. The runner's only able to move so far. Robertson up to second. Bryce Betcher on at first. And that may be a courtesy runner for the pitcher out there. I believe it is. So not the actual pitcher, and Robertson not out there. We'll get the number there. Marcus Leiden will bat. He is 1 for 2. Flew out to center field his last time up. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. 8-8 our score, bottom of the third. Back and forth we go in this one. just a bit too far inside on the 1-0 offering from Anderson. Austin gets a pop-up into the air out towards right center. It'll be right fielder Doran Gillespie catching. The runner tagging but not going to go. Jacob Luther will come off the bag to make sure that ball does not get away. It is still Anderson running out there. Or excuse me, Robertson still running for himself out there. I thought that guy looked a little different than the guy that had come into pitch, but no, that is still the same guy. So no courtesy runner at second. Back to the bag goes Robertson. At first, Betcher still back at the bag. 2 down with runners at first and second. Tanner Cantwell will bat. He has walked in both of his at-bats so far. Anderson goes with off speed, high and away. Can induce a swing. Start out behind 1-0. Out of the stretch, Anderson delivers that ball to center field. Coming in, Jet Black should do it there. He will make the catch, and that'll finish things off in the third. But 8 hitters to the plate. 2 hits in there, an error as well. Make it 3 hits in there and an error. And the Docs find themselves right back where they started. Tied in this one against Springfield. 8-8 our score going to the top of the 4th inning. This is Docs Baseball on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others. This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
Top of the 4th inning, Docs Baseball brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop, and by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Brooks Robertson, the pitcher on the mound. No, we get a new man out there. They're going to mix things up. They're going to put Maddox Maloney comes back into the game, and he takes over on the mound. I assume that you got to re-enter for the guy that came in for you, I'd imagine. So I imagine that Brooks Robertson will go back to the bench. He's done after the 1 inning of relief. And it'll be Maddox Maloney that'll take over. New man will face Jonathan Stone to start things off here in the 4th. Stone leading off the inning for a 2nd consecutive time. So Brooks Robertson done on a short leash here today. Quickly to an 0-2 count here against Jonathan Stone. The 0-2 pitch from Maloney. Outside for ball 1. So Robertson done after 2/3 inning work. Gave up no hits, no runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts. Stone lifts one foul down the right field side. He'll stay alive. Bryce Betcher gave up all 8 runs in this contest for the Springfield Timbers. The 1-2. Stone gets underneath one high in the air out towards center. Going back now, coming in. Marcus Lydon continues to charge in, and it bounces in and out of his glove into second base. Will go Jonathan Stone. That'll be a 2-bag error by the center fielder, Marcus Lydon. He just lets that one pop out of the heel of his glove. Third error in this contest for Springfield. And the Docs will try to make them pay for it. 8-8 ball game. We've had a combined 6 errors in this one for both teams combined. One on, nobody out. High and inside to Jet Black for ball 1 to start out his at-bat. Jet 0 for 1 in the game, lined out to the third baseman on an unlucky spot in the third inning. Has a sac fly as well. Jet takes low for a 2-0 count from Maddox Maloney, who has come on third pitcher up for the Timbers in this outing. Two-0 pitch from Maloney. Underneath it is Jet. This one out to center field. Leiden a chance at redemption here on another deep fly ball. Tagging and going to go for third goes Jonathan Stone. He gets in easy. That ball hung up there forever for Jet Black. Finally came down by the time it did. Marcus Leiden in fairly deep center field. Jonathan Stone with those long strides, easily able to move up to third base. One away. Go-ahead run at third for the Docs. Jay Stoffel will bat. He is 2 for 2 in this one with 2 singles to right field. Do they adjust on the defensive side? They are a little bit, but they haven't really done a whole lot as of yet. Stoffel takes in the dirt for ball 1. Still playing at a reasonable depth out there is Aiden Bray. So far, Jace has dropped 2 right in front of the right fielder in his 2 at-bats. First baseman Tanner Cantwell is playing in on the grass, expecting maybe a bump possibility. Instead, it's a line drive, snagged out of the air by the second baseman Wyatt Sales, robbing Jay Stoffel of a hit. Good defensive play there, saving a run. And there's 2 away. Drake Bourgeois up to bat. Sales getting up there and snagging that out of the air. Just perfect timing. Otherwise, that's easily a run in for the Docs and a base knock for Jay Stoffel, but he gets robbed on that one. Bourgeois will try for his first base hit. He hits a ground ball to third. Across the diamond for Cade Chris, and that'll do it. So the Docs cannot take advantage of the error by center fielder Marcus Leiden, and they leave a man stranded at third. No runs, no hits. There was 1 error, 1 man left on base. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It is an 8-8 ball game. The Docs tied with Springfield here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Docs 8-8 with the Springfield Timbers. Joey Kieran here with you. Happy to be bringing you Docs baseball this summer here on The Score. It almost feels just like it's a miracle to even get to this point in time right now, but here we are out at Harry and David Field in a tight one. Tie ball game yet again, and leading things off is scheduled to be Caden Miller. I don't know if that looks like it's not number 12. I think that says number 18. Inside on the 0-1 pitch for a 1-1 count here. Austin Anderson still throwing on the mound for the Docs. Coming in is, I believe, Trey Nelson. Will ground 1 to third. Jacob Luther across to Jay Stoffel for the out. 1 away. Luther He's had kind of a tough day there at third. A couple of misplays for him. But he makes that one look routine. Cade Christ batting. He has walked twice. Takes outside from Anderson to lead off the at-bat. 1-0 with one away and nobody on. The 1-0 pitch. That'll get him right in the rib cage there for Cade Christ. So he's been walked twice now, hit by a pitch. He's scored every time he's been on base. One on, one away. Hunter Brown batting. He is 2 for 2. A couple of singles, right field and left field. First pitch of the at-bat. Low and outside corner. Called for a strike, 0-1. Low and outside. Missing on that one, a 1-1 count. A ball and a strike for Anderson here in the bottom of the fourth. Check swing on a breaking ball. No appeal, and the pitch missing. 2 balls and a strike. Coach down at third giving the signals before Brown will step back in. 2-1 delivery. Ground ball, third base side. Luther to second for 1. And getting back on the bag in time is Luke Van Norman. Throw nearly pulled, or pretty much pulled him off the bag. I think at first they were going to say he was off the rubber or off the base. Then is able to get his foot back on it to get the out at second. They get the lead runner. 2 down. Hunter Brown will get on with a fielder's choice. And they'll bring the courtesy runner back on yet again for the catcher. A.J. Sargent heads out there. One on, 2 down. Tie ball game at 8-all. Aiden Bray batting. And he takes high for ball 1. Aiden Bray looking down to third to get the signal here. He is 0 for 2. He has reached twice on errors at third base. Runner going, pitch low, throw down to second from Guastafaro is just offline. Bourgeois getting there to get in front of it. Runner at second with 2 down, a 2-0 count at the plate for Aiden Bray. Fouls one off. Here in the bottom of the fourth. We are approximately about an hour and a half into this game, so about an hour left to go on the time limit. Scheduled to be a 9-inning game or 2.5 hours, so moving a little bit on the slower side. Ground ball chopped third base side, foul for Aiden Bray. Gives him a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Line drive, softly hit over the top of short, out into left field. Klopfenstein comes up with it, throws to the plate. He'll miss his cutoff guy. They've got the runner off the first. They've got him in a rundown. Bray is headed towards second, and they'll make the tag. That'll finish it off, but Bray drives in the go-ahead run as Springfield will take a 9-8 lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Docs trailing by 1 once again. We'll head to the 5th on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready,
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back here to Harry and David Field as we get ready for the top of the fifth inning. Docs Baseball brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1931. Also presented by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. Pick up a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today. And streaming of Docs Baseball online on our YouTube channel and on 541radio.com is presented by Denny's Satellite Shop. Sam Guastafaro leads things off in the fifth inning for the Docs against Maddox Maloney, and he will lift one straight away to center field for a leadoff single. And it'll be Evan Bueckley that'll come out and run. Our score 9-8 in this one here in the top of the fifth inning. Bueckley runs out at first for Sam Guastafaro. Up to bat is Logan Klopfenstein. Does square to bunt. Puts it down third base side. That's a beauty right there. Barehanded by Christ. He throws to first. Just able to stay on the bag was the first baseman, Tanner Cantwell. And there's one away on the sac bunt by Klopfenstein. Up to second base goes Bueckley. Docs trail 9-8 in this one. One out, top of the order here. Luke Van Norman batting. He is 2 for 2 with a walk in his last at-bat. Takes outside from the righty to the lefty. Ground ball towards short. And misplayed at shortstop by Betcher. Up to third base will go Bueckley. He provides enough of a distraction for Betcher to mishandle that ball. E6 for Springfield. And Luke Van Norman gets on for a fourth time in this ball game. Runners on the corners with one away. Coming up the bat will be Ryan Knight, who will hit for Jacob Luther. Ryan Knight will get called for a check swing strike. An 0-1 count for him. On the mound, Maloney gets a foul ball from Knight, and it's an 0-2 count for him. Our score 9-8 in favor of Springfield, but the Docs with runners on the corners and only one away. Knight pulls this ball towards third, foul ball just at the last minute. With the foul ball, it stays an 0-2 count for Knight. I think waiting on some fresh baseballs here. An 0-2 count for the pinch hitter, stepping in for Jacob Luther. Knight again fouls another one down the third base side and will stay there. Docks baseball brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union and by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of stoves, of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. That is Fisher's Hearth and Home. The 0-2 pitch again, outside. And Knight has himself with a 1-2 count. Battling here at the plate against Maddox Maloney, the third pitcher used by Springfield. There is some action in the bullpen for the Docks at the moment. Peyton Hope out there. Infield fly down to first base, and Ryan Knight will be the second out here in the top of the fifth. Up to bat will be Doran Gillespie with 2 down and men at first and third. Gillespie waits. First pitch in the dirt. Runner will move up to second. Van Norman advancing into scoring position. Bueckley stays at third. Doesn't try to test that one. Gillespie waits for Maloney's offering. Gets underneath it in the air, right side. In foul territory, it gets out of play by a mile. First baseman Tanner Cantwell was chasing quite some time on that one, but no way he was getting to that ball. Maloney's pitch, the 1-1. Line drive, left field, fair ball, it gets in. Docks will tie the game. Coming around, Van Norman will score and give the Docks a lead. 2 runs come in on a double by Doran Gillespie. And the Docks now back on top, 10-9, as the lead just keeps getting traded back and forth in this one. So a double by Gillespie puts the Docks on top, 10-9 here in the top of the fifth. And with 2 outs, a man at second base, Jonathan Stone will stand in next. Stone standing in, a chance to try and help the Docks out a little bit more here with Gillespie out there at second base. Two runs in here in the top of the fifth for the Docks, the designated visiting team. Stone takes inside.
I can get the hits in a minute.
Jonathan Stone today is 1 for 2. Swings and fouls that one off. Stone will take. Ahead in the at-bat here against Maddox Maloney. 10-9 your score. Doran Gillespie out at second with 2 outs. Stone gets on that one but fouls it away. Another big offensive game here for the Docks. They had their season high 11 runs against Medford last night. They are nearing that number. The pitch to Stone Gets underneath a high fastball, lifts it high in the air, going back. Betcher, the shortstop, calling for it in shallow left field grass, and he will make the catch for the final out. That will wrap up things in the top of the fifth inning. Docs put 2 runs on the board, and they lead now 10-9. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Docs in front on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
Call to the pen for the Docs here as we begin the bottom of the fifth inning. The call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulanda Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. Over 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulanda or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. New man on the mound for the Docs is Peyton Hope from Sutherland High School and Umpqua Community College. Takes over for Austin Anderson. Anderson will exit the game after 4 innings. In that time, he gave up 9 runs. But he will be in line to get a win if the Docs can stay in front. Peyton Hope fires a first pitch strike as he will face Wyatt Sales to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. Docs lead 10-9. A 0-1 pitch to Sales is in the dirt for a 1-1 count. A 1-1. A little bit high, 2-1 count now. So the final line on Austin Anderson, 4 innings, 7 hits, 9 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Ball fouled away by Sales, gives him a 2-2 count against Peyton Hope. Waiting on deck will be Maddox Maloney, who re-enters the game in his own spot. Ground ball left side, and that is Wyatt Sales lining one into left field. Just takes one hop on the infield dirt and into the left field grass. Logan Klopfenstein will send it back in, a leadoff single for the second baseman. That's his first hit of the game. Now 1 for 3. 9-hitter Maddox Maloney will dig in. Maloney in his first at-bat in the first inning struck out looking against Anderson. Brooks Robertson came on in relief on the pitcher's mound, and he had a single, and now Maloney comes back in on that same position and will get the bat again. He fouls off the first pitch on an attempted bunt. No balls and a strike. Peyton Hope, 0-1 count against Maddox Maloney. Squaring to bunt. Takes for ball 1. Sam Guastafaro behind the plate. Saw the runner moving, was getting ready to throw somewhere. Lost a handle on the ball, but the runner does hold that first. Wyatt Sales. Ryan Knight stays in the game and takes over at third base for Jacob Luther after pinch hitting for Luther in the last half inning. Ground ball left side. Bourgeois backhands, throws to first. Not going to be there in time. Knocked down by Jay Stoffel, keeps it in front of him. Great glove there by Bourgeois. Just a very long throw, and he didn't get a lot on it. An infield single for Maloney. Up to second base goes Wyatt Sales. First and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Docs with 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fifth for their 10 runs in this ball game. The Timbers had 5 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and they have the 9 runs in this contest. For the pitcher, a courtesy runner coming in at first base is Phillips running. Bryce Betcher, the leadoff man, bats with 2 runners on and nobody out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Peyton Hope, breaking ball. That pitch didn't miss by much. Inside for a 1-0 count. For Peyton Hope, this will be his second appearance. He's pitched 5 innings coming into this outing. He's got a 0.00 ERA and a 1-0 win-loss record. The 1-0 swing and a miss for Betcher, 1-1 count. Bryce Betcher 2 for 3 in this contest. Double and a single and a strikeout. Trying to at least tie this game up with a man in scoring position. And his Timbers trailing 10-9 at the moment. The 1-1 pitch from Hope outside. Got some guys down in the bullpen for the Timbers, but not throwing at the moment. Nobody down in the bullpen for the Docs. Coming up to wrap the day up, the Medford Mustangs will be playing in the late one again this evening. Two balls and a strike for Hope here as he delivers to Betcher and misses low for a 3-1 count. Hope trying not to lose this at-bat against Betcher and load the bases. With nobody out, that'd be a dangerous spot with the heart of the lineup coming up here for the Timbers. The 3-1 pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch coming up here for Peyton Hope. Hope takes or misfires low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded on the walk. So bases loaded now for the Timbers. After the walk issued to Bryce Betcher, runner on every corner. And with nobody out, Marcus Leiden, a big moment here, trying to get his team back in this one, trailing 10-9. Leiden at the plate, swings at the first pitch, lifts it in the air out to center field, should score the game-tying run. Jet Black gets underneath it, sends it back in. The ball gets away, and thankfully in the right position is Peyton Hope to back everything up. So only the runner from third advances. A sac fly for Marcus Leiden ties us at 10 apiece. And I'm not sure if we lost our radio audience there for a moment. Hopefully getting them back. So Marcus Leiden ties this game up with a sac fly. Betcher still at first. The courtesy runner Phillips out at second. And up to bat Tanner Cantwell with 1 out and runners on. First pitch called for a strike. Tanner Cantwell is 0 for 1. Flew out to center field his last time up. He has walked twice. Ground ball, first base side, gets by Jay Stoffel in right field. Here comes the go-ahead run, sending him to the plate. And Springfield will retake the lead at 11-10. Tanner Cantwell bounces one by first. An error there at first base by Stoffel. Bryce Betcher goes all the way to third from first. Scoring from second was Phillips, the courtesy runner for Maddox Maloney. And Tanner Cantwell got all the way to second base on the error. Line drive shot to left field. Springfield will add another run and misplayed in left field by Kloffenstein. This is Nelson, I believe, who is going to go to third. They're going to hold him there. So that is a single that scores one. And then an error that allows two more bases for Nelson. And Tanner Cantwell comes around to score on that error as well. 4 runs come in here in the 5th inning so far. And a man at third with still just 1 out. (13-10) our score. Peyton Hope getting a strike across on the first pitch to Cade Christ. Infield playing in with a man at third and 1 away. Christ, ground ball, gets by a diving Bourgeois short into left field, another run in. A single for Cade Christ. So Christ on at first, drives in another run. 14-10 now the score. Another high-scoring game in this 4 o'clock outing. That's what the game was yesterday when the Docs lost 13-11. Pitch high on the first offering to Hunter Brown, the catcher. He is 2 for 3 today. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Christ on at first with 1 away. Inside, Guastafaro knocks it down, but the runner going to take 90 feet. Cade Christ up to second base. 2-0 count for Hunter Brown. Nobody throwing for the Docs, so this is Peyton Hopes here. Try and get through. He's in line for the possible loss now if the score stays the way it is. The 2-0 pitch. Lined out towards right center on the run. Doran Gillespie will get underneath it. Makes the catch for out number 2. Back to the second base bag goes Cade Christ. Two down. That ball headed towards the alley. I thought might have had a chance to get down. Doran doing a good job racing to get underneath it. First pitch swinging now for Aiden Bray. Ground ball to third base. Ryan Knight over to Jay Stoffel to finish things off. Big inning there for the Springfield Timbers. They score 5 runs and retake the lead on top 14-10 over the Docs. We go to the top of the 6th inning here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Closing in on the final moments of our second day of action here in Medford in the Coach K Memorial Tournament. Docs trailing 14-10 against the Springfield Timbers. On the mound will be Maddox Maloney, still out there pitching his second inning of work. I believe we have a new right fielder. And also, I think, did not mention, but I believe Trey Nelson is out in left field. First pitch swinging here for Jet Black. He'll find the alley out in left center. This is extra bases for the leadoff man for the Docs here in the sixth. Jet into second base, standing up there. And a big way to start things off here for Jet Black. His first hit of the day, or of this game. Now 1 for 3. Did have a sac fly back in the first. So the leadoff man on base for the Docs as they try to get something brewing once again. This has been back and forth we go. So Jet Black out at second base. Jay Stoffel steps in. Stoffel is 2 for 3. First pitch swinging, breaking ball. He whiffs at that one, going around on it, swinging hard. I believe A.J. Sargent takes over in right field for Aiden Bray. And Nelson, I think, is out in left field for Caden Miller, and that was a change I believe they made a couple innings ago. Jay Stoffel at the plate, down an 0-2 count. Out at second base, Jet Black after the leadoff double. Got a piece of that one to stay alive. Jace will remain at the plate. Docs trailing by 4. After giving up 5 runs there in the bottom of the 5th. A lot of offense here in this one. Also a lot of errors. We've got 8 combined. As a soft liner gets over at second base for Jace Stoffel. Jet Black will score. Jace will hold at first after the ball mishandled in center just a little bit. Doesn't affect the play. Coming around to score, Jet Black on the RBI single. Second RBI of the game for Jace Stoffel. And the Docs back within 3, matching their largest output of the season with 11 runs. 1 run in, nobody out, a man at first. Drake Bourgeois batting. Pitch in the dirt. Back to first goes Stoffel. Up out of his crouch was Hunter Brown, looking to throw down to the bag, but holds on to it. What a day out here. This has just been a hit parade. Ball then to dirt again. Brown can't stop this one, and up to second base will go Stoffel. Wild pitch moving him up 90 feet. At the plate, 2-0 count for Drake Bourgeois. 12 hits in the game for the Docs. 11 hits in the game for the Timbers. Ball straight up behind home for Bourgeois. Some room for Brown. He will make the catch straight back behind home. 1 away. Sam Guastafaro will bat. Sam is 3 for 3 in this game with 2 doubles and a single. Big day for him at the plate. Maloney's first pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike against Guastafaro. So let's see here. The numbers right now, 11 runs on 12 hits and 5 errors for the Docs. 14 runs on 11 hits and 4 errors for Springfield. Ball fouled away by Guastafaro, gives him an 0-2 count. That is your look at your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update, helping build better communities. Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for nearly 100 years. The 0-2 to Guastafaro. Pops him up back behind home, giving chase. Hunter Brown in front of the screen, and he can't catch that one. Up into the netting. He made an attempt but couldn't get there. So Guastafaro will have another look at an 0-2 pitch. Docs trailing by 3. Got a man at second with only 1 out. Off-speed pitch, breaking ball, misses inside. Real close there. Maloney's 1-2 delivery. Just upstairs. And a couple of real close pitches there from Maloney. He can't get strike 3. The 2-2 pitch. Guastafaro fouls at third base side. Back in 4th game for us here. Guastafaro looking to keep his hot streak going, 3 for 3 in the contest, trying to drive in a run. He has 2 RBI already. The 2-2. Strike 3 call. That one, there were some close pitches in there. That one did not look anywhere close to what those other ones were. Strike 3 called. That is the first strikeout of the game for the Docs batters here against the Timbers. Backwards K there, and a big moment for Sam Guastafaro. He goes down looking. 2 away, and Logan Klopfenstein will bat. Ball gets through the legs of Hunter Brown to the backstop. Up to third base will go Jay Stoffel. And a 1-0 count for Klopfenstein, who is 0 for 2 with a sac bunt his last time up. Docs need 3 more to tie this one back up. Maloney's 1-0 is high. 2 balls and a strike with 1 out. Excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. Outside, count goes to 3-0. Right down the pipe for that 3-0 pitch. 3 balls and a strike for Logan Klopfenstein. The 3-1 pitch is ball 4. 2-out walk issued to the 9-hitter. They got him on the corners for the Docs with 2 down, and a visit to the mound coming here for the Timbers. My guess is that, let's see, we are in the 6th. If this inning goes, if this half inning goes much longer, we could be seeing this as our, well, it's hard to judge. The home team is currently winning, so we're going to have a pitching change here. A little unexpected there. Maddox Maloney will step off the mound. He's going to stay in the game, it looks like. They'll bring in somebody from the bullpen. And that's going to do it. I think they're going to pull out Cade Chris, the third baseman, for Maddox Maloney. And we will step away as we get a call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. Back after this 60-second break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Shelby Migulana Construction called to the pin here in the top of the 6th inning. Visit their website, webuildhouses.com. The call to the pin brings in Touche to pitch, the righty. Docs trailing 14-11 here in the top of the 6th inning. Luke Van Norman, the top of the lineup, will bat. Maddox Mallory, Maloney, goes out of the game after 2 2/3 innings, but I believe he took over at third base. As Touche will come in and throw a strike to start things off against Luke Van Norman. And a lot of changes, a lot of errors, a lot of hits in this game, and definitely a lot of runs, up to 25 already. Van Norman puts one high in the air out to center field. Calling for it, the center fielder, Marcus Leiden, will make the play, and that wraps up things in the top of the 6th. Docs get 1 run back, and they trail 14-11. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. Docs need a quick one here to see if they can keep this game going. They trail 14-11 here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 14-11 is the score. High scoring affair here this afternoon. Leading things off is Wyatt Sales facing Peyton Hope. Sales swung and fouled off the first pitch. The 0-1 delivery is outside for a 1-1 count. Well, this video stream for all you watching on our YouTube channel and on 541radio.com, our video stream presented by Denny Satellite Shop. The 1-1 pitch goes low for a 2-1 count. Denny Satellite Shop, your local cable and satellite pros. They'll get you set up to watch all your favorite sports, movies, and TV shows. Contact Denny Satellite Shop at 672-0199. Strike called for Peyton Hope. 2-2 count. Looks like Spencer 6 has moved in behind the plate. Taking over for Sam Guastafaro. Ball fouled away by Sales. He'll stay with the 2-2 count. Peyton Hope takes over for Austin Anderson, who went 4 innings to start this game for the Docs. We are nearing that 2.5-hour mark. Docs are hoping for a quick one here. That ball goes off the foot of Peyton Hope. No play to be made as Wyatt Sales leads things off with a single. Went right back to the mound under the glove for Hope and then off of his foot. Ricocheted back over towards third base. But by that time, too long for everybody to recover and try and make a play at first. So Sales gets on. Timbers leading 14-11 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner going, the first pitch in for a strike. Throw down to second. Can't be fielded by Bourgeois. Skips away from him. Into second base safely goes Sales. Maddox Maloney at the plate takes strike 1. Hope will step off, either not happy or not sure about the signal he's getting from Spencer 6. Quick visit between the two, and back behind the plate will go Spencer, who has just come into the game. Out at second base, Wyatt Sales. The 0-1 inside, just a bit too far for Maloney. A ball and a strike here for Peyton Hope. The righty will kick and fire, misses low. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 delivery here for Peyton. Up into the air, out toward center field for Maloney. Going back is Jet Black. He'll catch. The runner tagging and heading for third. The throw will not be in time. Just behind the runner. Sales gets in safely. 1 out with a man at third base now for the Timbers, trying to add to that 3-run lead. Top of the order here goes to Bryce Betcher. Betcher is 2 for 3 in the game. Walked his last time up. They'll bring the infield in with 1 away. Everyone charging in there to get up near the infield grass. First pitch, a breaking ball, and slides in there nicely. On that inside corner, called for a strike against Betcher. The 0-1 pitch for Hope. Swing and a miss out of Betcher for strike 2. Big one there. Big cut out of the leadoff man. The 0-2 pitch coming up here. Betcher taking his time before he steps back in that box. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Can't get him to chase after it. Spencer does a good job behind the plate, blocking that one, not letting it go through. A ball and 2 strikes against Betcher with 1 out and a man at third. Strike 3 called. Peyton Hope will get him. And that'll be the first strikeout for Peyton Hope here this evening. Big strikeout for the second out here in the 6th. 2 down. Marcus Leiden will bat. That is the 3rd strikeout for a Timbers batter. And 2 of those 3 have gone to Bryce Betcher. Marcus Leiden is 1 for 3 with a double. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Peyton Hope raring back and firing there. Gets the fastball by him with a man at third. Check swing, ground ball, goes to second base. Picked up by Van Norman. To Stoffel to finish things off, and the Docs will avoid any sort of disaster there in the 6th. They stay within 3 runs as we go to the 7th inning. This will likely do it for us here. Final frame in this contest between the Docs and the Springfield Timbers. Our score 14-11. Docs trailing by 3, needing 3 to extend it and 4 to take a lead here on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others. This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
Go to the top of the 7th. Docs needing 3 to tie this one up against the Springfield Timbers and avoid dropping to 0-3 here in Medford for the weekend. The Docs have been back and forth in this big contest. So we take a look at the scoreboard. 11 runs on 12 hits, 5 errors for the Docs. 14 runs, 12 hits, 4 errors for Springfield. Leading things off for the Docs will be Ryan Knight. Ryan Knight will stand in. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. Upstairs a little bit there for Knight. He goes to 2-0 on the at-bat. Knight came in for Jacob Luther at third base back in the 5th inning. Takes high again, and the count goes to 3-0. Out there throwing Thomas Touche, right-hander for Springfield. 3-0 pitch. Does catch the outside corner for strike 1. So the Docs will have the top of their lineup here. Knight batting in the 2 spot for Jacob Luther. Doran Gillespie waiting on deck. Jonathan Stone in the hole. The 3 hitters due up. A line drive out towards shallow right center. That'll fall in for Knight. He'll get himself on base with the single. First hit for him here in this one. And a leadoff man on base. All starts there, and Ryan Knight will make it happen. Stick around. We'll have the Roseburg Disposal postgame show coming up as we wrap this one up and finish out our day here in Medford. Doran Gillespie hitting next. He is 1 for 3 with a walk back in the 1st inning and a 2-run double in the 5th. He takes low for ball 1. Touche, the 4th pitcher used by Springfield in this one. Works out of the stretch, fires in, and Gillespie fouls that one off for strike 1. A 1-1 count with nobody out. The 1-1 delivery here from Touche. Hit hard towards short, picked up there by Betcher. They go to second for 1. The relay to first, turning it up the middle. 6-4-3 double play. Knight cut down at second, and then Gillespie at first. 2 down, and it'll come up to Jonathan Stone to try and get a 2-out rally started. Docs trailing 14-11. Stone this evening is 1 for 3 with a walk and a double. He scored twice and has an RBI. Takes ball 1 to lead off the at-bat. On the outside corner, breaking ball hits the strike zone. Ball and a strike with 2 away. A 1-1 in the air out towards left field. Nelson coming in on the run. He'll make the grab for the final out. And that'll do it for the Docs here today. Unable to do anything after the leadoff single by Ryan Knight. No runs on 1 hit. There were no Springfield errors. Nobody left on base. That wraps up this one. Actually, we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Yes, we are. We haven't hit that 2.5-hour time limit, so we're going to keep going, see if the Docs can get this one. We keep cruising along. We'll be back. I guess not quite done just yet. I thought that was going to do it for us, but we will take another 60-second break, come back with the bottom of the 7th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. how to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bottom of the 7th inning, we continue on here. I thought we would maybe wrap it up there. There's about 5, maybe at most 10 minutes left in this one. In the 2.5-hour time limit, no new inning starting after 2.5 hours, so kind of thought we might cut it off at 7 innings, and with the Docs down by 3, I thought they might just wrap it up there. But Tanner Cantwell will bat as we begin the bottom of the 7th. He is 0 for 2, 2 walks, and he has reached base 3 times, scored twice. He is down or ahead 2-1 in the at-bat against Peyton Hope, who continues to throw. Foul ball down the first base side to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 here for Cantwell is low and outside. He's got himself a full count. The 3-2 pitch from Peyton Hope, and he beans him. I think he got him on the elbow pad there. That one rocketed off of him, and he does not seem to be feeling any sort of effects of it. So for Peyton Hope, his first hit batter here of the afternoon. Second for the Docs pitching staff, a runner on at first. 1 on, nobody out. And it is Nelson that will bat. Now the left fielder. Ground ball, slow roller towards third, picked up by Knight. Only plays to first. He throws a bit high. Throw down to second, nearly into the outfield. Diving to get to the ball is Luke Van Norman. Jay Stoffel saw the runner at second. Tanner Cantwell off the bag. Thought he might have a shot at trying to pick him off. Unable to do so there, but one away with a man out at second now for the Timbers. Cade Christ will bat. 1 for 1 in the game. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a single for an RBI. First pitch he takes is low and inside for strike 1. Docs will be back here again tomorrow as they take on the Grants Pass Nuggets at 4 o'clock. So we'll be back on the air around this time again tomorrow. The 0-1 pitch is high for Cade Christ. Actually, not Cade Christ. I forgot that they did make some changes here. I believe that is the new pitcher, Thomas Touche, who comes in and is batting here in this spot. Yeah, it is. He hits a ground ball to short, picked up by Bourgeois. Looks to third, but he'll throw to first for the out. 2 down. Up to third goes Cantwell. Two down, and Hunter Brown, the catcher, will stand in with a man at third. And first pitch. The first pitch, Peyton Hope will bean another guy. Puts a runner on at first. That was quick. So now we go to the right fielder, and that is now, I believe, A.J. Sargent. Yep, that is it. Took over in right field for Aiden Bray. He takes a breaking ball for strike 1. So Sargent batting for the first time. He was used as a pinch runner or a courtesy runner a number of times. Gets a chance to hit. The 0-1 pitch from Hope. Slapped foul down the first base side for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch coming up for Peyton Hope. In the dirt. Runner going to go. Throw down to second by Spencer Six. Goes between the legs of Bourgeois, but does not get away far enough for Tanner Cantwell to consider staking home. So stolen base for Hunter Brown. Puts him in scoring position. The 2-2. Fouled off again by Sargent. Stays a 2-2 count. Peyton Hope trying to get through this bottom of the seventh without giving up a run. Leave two runners stranded. The pitch hit first base side, picked up by Stoffel. He'll flip it to the bag, and Peyton Hope will take it. And that will finish off the bottom of the seventh inning. I'm waiting to see if we head back out for one last inning of play here. We got to be getting close to that 2.5-hour time limit. And it does look like Springfield's taking the field, so we're going to plan for that. Let's take a 60-second break and come back with what I believe will be the final inning of this contest. Back after this with the top of the eighth inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Head to the eighth inning in this one. I believe we have gotten to about the extent of our time limit on this game, but still going. They're going to allow them to play. We get to the eighth inning, and it'll be Jet Black. Docs need 3 to tie. 4 would give him a lead. Jet Black will stand in. He is 1 for 3 today with a double. He does have an RBI on a sac fly. Takes low for ball 1 as we start off the eighth. On the mound, Thomas Touche still pitching. Strike across on the outside corner. So let's see here. There have been so many lead changes, so many pitchers used. Working with the time limit, trying to figure that out. I am not sure. I'm going to have to run through some scenarios here to try and figure out who might be our winning pitchers, if there may be a save available. So ball fouled off by Jet, gives him a 1-2 count. Looks like the Timbers took the lead in the bottom of the fifth as Jet gets underneath one out to left field. That one hooking foul and out of play. Stays a 1-2 count. So in the fifth inning, that would be Peyton Hope right now in line to take a loss. The 1-2. Off the end of the bat there for Jet. Down the first base side, the catcher throws just in time. Hunter Brown will get Jet Black by just a hair down to first. Jet a nice job hustling down the line after that one just off the end of his bat. Out number 1 recorded here in the top of the eighth. Jay Stoffel will bat. Stoffel to make it 3 for 4 in this one. First pitch is high for ball 1. So if they took the lead in the fifth inning, line drive shot. That's a 4th hit of the game for Jay Stoffel. It gets by in right field. Took a bad angle out there as Sargent Stoffel, he's going for extras. He's headed for third. The relay throw coming in, cut off. They will hold him at third base. A triple for Jay Stoffel. Just took a bad angle and never got to it with Sargent in right field. And so a triple with one out for Jay Stoffel, his fourth hit of the game. 3 singles and a triple. With one out, the Docs have a man in scoring position. Drake Bourgeois will not hit. They will instead, Docs bring in C.J. Gale to bat here. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Gale hits a ground ball down the first base side, fair. He gets on with a single, picks up an RBI. Driving in Jay Stoffel. So the Docs will draw a little bit closer. 14-12, new season high for runs. Still just one out. Sam Guastafaro will bat. Scheduled to hit. Instead, it's going to be, excuse me, I forgot Guastafaro had come out of the game. Spencer 6 in this spot will hit. And I believe we're going to have a pinch runner for C.J. Gale. Bourgeois will re-enter in his position. So it'll be Bourgeois back to first to run for C.J. Gale, who is pinch hitting in that position. Spencer 6 hits in Sam Guastafero's spot. Takes the first pitch for strike one. Guastafaro had 3 hits in the game, was 3 for 4. With 2 doubles and a single. Drove in 2 runs as well. Logan Klopfenstein is waiting on deck, I believe. The 0-1 with 1 out and a man at first for 6, and he takes outside. That is Klopfenstein on deck. So it's Maddox Maloney that's in line to get a win in this one. Line drive shot straight up the middle off a 1-1 high fastball by Touche. Spencer 6 and his first at-bat here in this game. Gets a single. Bourgeois up to second base. Runners at first and second. That's the game-tying run out at first base, and they will bring in a courtesy runner. It'll be Evan Bueckley. Visit to the mound for the coaching staff for Springfield. And a fist bump, but I don't know if they're making a change just yet. Docs Baseball streaming on 541radio.com here.
Test.
It is brought to you by Denny's Satellite Shop. It's just a meeting on the mound, no pitching change.
Asking everybody to vacate the ballpark.
So Logan Klopfenstein will bat with 2 on and 1 away. Game-tying run at first. Docs trying to dig themselves back into this one. Pitch in the dirt for Klopfenstein for a 1-0 count. So Maddox Maloney, he came out in the 6th inning with the score at the time 14-11. So Thomas Touche had come in an actual save position. He could still pick up that save. He can get 2 more outs. Got a strike against Klopfenstein. 1-1. Swing and a foul tip for strike 2. Leading by 2 are the Timbers, needing 2 more outs. Game-tying run at first for the Docs. The 1-2. Low for ball 2. That was a close pitch. Good discipline there by Klopfenstein to lay off of that one. Over the heart of the plate, must have been on the rather low position. Just outside, can't get the strike call. Go to a full count. Those sounds you hear in the background, I thought yesterday might have been some of the fighter jets that are in the area that sometimes go by. Instead, no, it's a cooler, a soda cooler Docs look like they may make a base running error here to finish off the game. Evan Bueckley doubled off. He saw a ball going in front of him, and he was headed for second. It was caught on the line drive by Wyatt Sales for the second out, and then he doubles off Bueckley.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll conclude.
And that will conclude things here in this one. Final score going to be 14-12. That'll wrap it up. Kind of thought on multiple occasions that the game might be done earlier, so that'll finish it off here for us. We will head to the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Docs fall to 4-3 on the season, another high-scoring loss for them here in Medford. Come back after a quick 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
This is Ducks Baseball on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score. Today's broadcast is made possible through the generous sponsorship of these local businesses.
Back here at Harry and David Field as we wrap things up for you here tonight from our final game of the two-game day. Docs losing in their second game of the day against the Springfield Timbers, 14-12, your final score in this one. And Docs will fall to 4-3 on the season. The Timbers will go to 3-2. Final numbers in this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update for you. As the Timbers will get a 14-12 victory here tonight. Here is a look at it. 12 runs on 16 hits, 5 errors for the Docs, 14 runs on 12 hits, and 4 errors for the Timbers. Getting the win is going to be Maddox Maloney. He gets the victory. Thomas Touche will get a save. And it's Peyton Hope that will suffer the loss for the Docs. Hope will fall to 1-1 on the season with the loss. This one had plenty of scoring. Not a very clean baseball game, as you can tell. 9 errors in this one. Docs started with 4 runs in the top of the first. Timbers put 5 up in the bottom of the first to take a 5-4 lead. Docs would tie it with 1 in the second. Docs then took a 8-5 lead with 3 runs in the top of the third, but the Timbers would get them back in the bottom of the third, scoring 3 to tie it up at 8-all. The Timbers would take the lead with a run in the bottom of the fourth at 9-8. Docs, though, would add 2 in the top of the fifth to take a 10-9 lead, but the Timbers would put 5 runs up in the bottom of the fifth to take a 14-10 lead. The Docs would add one in the top of the 6th to get it 14-11, and then they put one run across in the top of the 8th inning to make it 14-12, but that is all they could manage in this one. And so that will wrap it up for us there. 14-12 in the contest. Springfield gets the victory. The Docs fall here tonight. Let's go ahead and take one last break. We'll continue on with the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Back after this to finish things out from Medford here on a Saturday on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Sun's still shining here in Medford as we wrap up our day here on the radio from Harry and David Field. Joey Kirian here with you as we finish out our Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Well, taking a look at numbers here as we wrap this one up. Again, your final score, 14-12. The Timbers on top of the Docs, getting the win. Maddox Maloney. Maloney goes 2 2/3, gives up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Taking the loss is going to be Peyton Hope, who goes 3 innings. Gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, hit 2 batters as well. Getting a save is Thomas Touche. He came in with a lead of only 3 runs and finished out the game. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, gave up 1 run, no walks, and no strikeouts. Those are the pitching numbers from today. The Timbers used 4 pitchers in this one. Docs using Austin Anderson and Peyton Hope. Anderson not factoring into the decision after 4 innings. Gave up 7 hits, 9 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. Taking a look at offensive numbers. Leading the way for the Timbers with their 12 hits in this contest. 2 hits for Bryce Betcher, for Hunter Brown, and for Wyatt Sales. On the other side for the Docs, you had a lot of hits going around, 16 total. Luke Van Norman has 2 hits in this game. Jacob Luther and Ryan Knight splitting the 2-hole. Both end up with a hit. Doran Gillespie with a hit. Jonathan Stone had a hit in this one. Jet Black ended up with a double. Jay Stoffel had a huge day at the plate. Goes 4 for 5. And his one time that he didn't get a hit, he was robbed at second base on a great jumping catch and a line drive by Wyatt Sales. 4 for 5, 3 singles and a triple. Drake Bourgeois went without a hit, got on base once with a fielder's choice. C.J. Gale goes 1 for 1. Sam Guastafaro was 3 for 4 in the game with 2 doubles. Spencer Six goes 1 for 1 in his only plate appearance, and Logan Klopfenstein goes 0 for 3 in this one with a sac bunt and a walk in there. Also got on base with a fielder's choice and scored a run in the contest. It's time now to name our player of the game in tonight's contest for the Docs. It's going to be none other than Jay Stoffel, going 4 for 5 and nearly going 5 for 5 in this contest. But he comes up just a little bit short of that goal here this evening. But a great night tonight for Jay Stoffel, our player of the game. That's going to wrap it up here for us, folks. The Docs fall to 4-3 on the season as the Timbers get the victory here tonight. The Docs will play again tomorrow against Grants Pass as they wrap up their tournament time here in Medford. It'll be another 4 o'clock start time. That means our pregame cover starts at 3:45. We hope you can join us for that. As we wrap things up, I want to say thanks to the Medford Rogues for hosting this tournament and hosting us here in the press box for this our games. It's very much a joy to be able to sit up here and broadcast the games with these great facilities. Also want to say thanks to the Springfield Timbers for today's contest. Thanks to Jeremiah Robbins and the Doc Stewarts for allowing us to bring you another season of Docs baseball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio and Grady back there as well for running the radio show for us here this afternoon. A long day for those guys in that studio pressing the buttons, and appreciate all the hard work they've been doing back there. As always, want to say thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We hope you guys tune in tomorrow when we get on the airwaves at 3:45. Docs taking on the Grants Pass Nuggets to wrap up their time in Medford. Final game for them from the Coach K Memorial Invitational. We'll be back on the air at 3:45 tomorrow. You can catch it online on the Score YouTube channel and at 541radio.com, or find the broadcast right here on Douglas County's Home for Sports. The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.